everyone, this is Barbie with Jeannie's Designs, and I'm just going to go live to do some prep on the live with Terry on Sunday. She and I are going to do leather Julie's, a pattern by Simply Classic. Oh my gosh, I'm already live. How is that even possible? So, I thought, I'll just go live, and you can kind of see what goes into getting bags ready to sew on a live because it's quite a bit. I'm going to give everybody just a minute to join. And I have a package that I just got, so I'll open that. And hi, Cindy. Cindy Lou, my friend Cindy Lou. Let me see. Small slip pocket. I think I'm missing a piece of lining, but that's... Oh, no, I know what I did. Okay. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Izzy. Valerie. Hi, guys. You know what? I keep forgetting to do this. I really need to do it. Let me see. I keep forgetting to mark out my address on packages. So I need to do that right this second. Hi, Dawn. Hey, Sarah. You're boarding the plane right now. Will you have fun? I hope it's going to... Are you going for work or fun? My guess is you're going for fun, which would be fabulous. There's Jilly's. That didn't really mark through. Hi, Eva. That's good enough. Okay. So I just got a package from Lauren. I don't often buy from Lauren anymore. I don't know why, but I decided it was time to support my friend Lauren at moremino.com. Hi, Eva. Eva. Oh, gosh, I can't even get this open. It's so tight. Here. Okay. There we go. So, if you don't know, Lauren sells the double-sided tape. You'll be working. Fun, but you're going to be working. Sarah. Oh, dear you girl. Hi, Mary Lou. Hi, Marky Morton. Linda. Hi, guys. So, Lauren, this is a package from Lauren. And if you aren't aware, she sells weft and warp double-sided tape. So, I always need more double-sided tape, and I prefer weft and warp. The problem with weft and warp itself, there isn't a problem. I shouldn't say it that way because there's no problem. But Tammy is a new mom from Weft and Warp. She's a brand new mommy. I guess 3 months, 4 months. But as I think most of you know who's had kids, that consumes you. And running a small business is a challenge when you have your own business and a baby. So she takes a while to ship, and that's fine. Most of the time, I'm not in a hurry, and I order way ahead of time. But I thought, you know what? This is a good opportunity to support my friend Lauren and get some of the double-sided tape I love. And I would encourage you to go to Weft and Warp. I don't know if she's open now. Her website is closed from time to time because she's got a baby. But I got some of that Weft and Warp double-sided tape. Yep. It tears and it's very strong. It's my preference. Oh, Nancy, you got some from Lauren too? Oh, Lorena, okay, no worries. That darn work, gets in the way. And then I ordered some, let me make sure there's nothing in here. I don't believe there is, but you never know. No. Some of these anchors. These are the anchors that we needed for the Lucera by Shambhala, and I didn't have any. So I ordered some light gold from Lauren. I think I ordered 4 of each color. Yeah, 4 light gold. 1, 2, 3, 4 antique brass. Let me take one out so you can see what in the heck I'm talking about. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I think I only got 3. Maybe I only ordered 3. That would be weird, but I'll have to double check that. Let me see. Yeah, I only ordered 3. What was I thinking? Huh. That's okay, Barbie. So these are the anchors. Now, these can be used for a variety of things, but here's a gunmetal one. It's just let's see, the interior diameter, I believe, is 1 inch. Yep. The interior diameter is 1 inch. So these can be, they're strap anchors if you want to put a strap through them. That's what we used it on the Lucera. Her site is open. Oh, good, Cindy. Good. Or you can use them for side anchors if you want to. They're a little narrow for side anchors, so these are really better for strap anchors, but I can't believe I ordered 3 of gunmetal and 3 silver. I don't know what I was thinking. Should always order in equal numbers. That's funny, Izzy, that you say that. I'm going to put this aside for a moment. I go by Jeannie's Designs because if I had named my company Barbie Bags, people would have been looking for Barbie doll stuff. And I decided that wasn't a good thing. So my middle name is Jean. So I decided to go with Jeannie Bags initially, and now it's Jeannie's Designs. So that's the only reason. Yeah, my real name is Barbie. I go by Barbie. I go by anything, actually. Hi, Iris. You're from Illinois. Awesome. Okay, guys. So this is also new to my website. There's something about these embossed purse clasps. Let me put you down here so you can actually see better. Look at these embossed purse clasps. Look how stunning they are. I finally got the 7.5 light gold for the Mega Accordion wallet. The Mega Accordion, or you can make the compact clutch by So Yours. Stunning. Love these. So these are, I have all the colors and finishes in the embossed now in both sizes, 7.5, and I have them all in the 4.5. I have the non-embossed too, which those are a little cheaper because the embossing, I guess, takes a little longer. But oh my gosh, these are so nice. I just love them. I know it's weird. Okay. I have my coffee. So, Terry, my friend Terry, who lives in the neighborhood, and I are going live. Let me put you back up here. Terry and I are going live on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern to sew up the Julie tote, a pattern by Simply Classic. I'm going to do mine out of leather, and I believe she is too. She actually has a custom order that she's going to do. So today, I'm just going to do all the prep. We decided we would do a fair amount of prep so the live wouldn't be 3 or 4 hours. I'm a fast sewer, but most people are not. And about 2 hours live is my max. Although I love having somebody here with me. It's so much fun to have Terry here. So if we go over 2 hours, so be it. Sunday at 1 p.m., we're both going to sew up. I'm probably going to sew on Thor, and she's going to sew on the Fabricator. Although we might switch back and forth. I don't know yet. We'll see. Okay, let's do it. So the first thing, this is going to be my lining. And this is going to be the leather. This is a blue pebbled leather. Look how pretty that is. It's gorgeous. And then I'm accenting with vinyl. I know, the ultimate sin. And this is that mermaid vinyl by So Yours. I think she is sold out of it right now, but look at that together. And look at it with the lining. Yeah. I'm not even going to say it because I can't keep every bag I make. I just can't. I can't do it. All right, so let's put some of these lining pieces aside. I'm not sure what that piece is. I'll have to figure that out. These are the lining pieces. Okay, let's put those aside. So this isn't going to be, I'm going to do a little sewing, but it's really not going to be sewing. Now that makes absolutely no sense what I just said. This isn't really sewing. I'm not going to be really doing sewing. I don't even know myself what that means. Anybody know? Sometimes I don't know. Don't you find yourself sometimes saying the weirdest things? I mean, all right, so this is my zipper overlay, and this is going to be on the inside. So let's use a beautiful thing tag here. Oh dear, I don't think I have one here that is going to go. No, I don't. Let me see. I have some more somewhere else here. Oh, please. Let me see what I did with them. Yeah. Let's just do one of these. Yeah. That'll work. Dawn, are you going to be able to stay? You understood me. Yeah, I know. Are you going to be able to stay? If you can't, that's fine. If not, then I'm going to need to really pay attention. It made complete sense to you, Jill. I love it, you guys. Thank you for supporting me. Okay, I'm going to try and get this on here evenly. Hold on. I got to mark my center. Otherwise, it's going to be off center and I won't like it. Hi, Margie. You know, Margie, my best friend growing up, and she's still my friend today. We've been friends for, oh gosh, I can't tell you how long, since we were toddlers. Her name is Margie. But her name is Margaret. But I call her Margie. And she calls me Barbie. Okay, that's going to work fine. So let's sew that on. Now I am using some, oh dear, let me get my coffee out of the way. Some really pretty blue thread, Tex 70. This is actually thread from Sailrite. I've had it for a long time and I thought, you know what, I better start using some of this older thread. Thread doesn't last forever. It can get dry. And so I'm going to start trying to use some of this older stuff that I have. Jessica from the Netherlands, hello, welcome. Oh, this is Jeannie's Designs tag. It's not a beautiful thing tag. Oh, well. That'll work too. Okay, I'm going to stop where I started. hold on to my threads. And pull that to the back. Even up my threads. Oh, Dawn, thank you so much. Hey, Dawn. I'm going to text you after this because I have an idea. I have an idea for you and me. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Oh my gosh, that looks really good. I like it. All right, so that's one thing prepped. Let me put these things over here. You guys, it's going to be 80 here today. Love it. This goes with this. Oh, and I have a question now. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. So, I'm using black matte thread. You won't be scared. Okay, good. And I decided, I pulled this. Let me put this down here so you can see the difference. I pulled this tape, but I'm not convinced I like that. So I pulled this one. What do you guys think? I think it's a little washed out on the camera, I will say. I think I like the aqua better than the blue. What do you think? Oh dear, I have to sneeze. Let me see if it'll pass. Yeah, the teal. The blue doesn't really go with the blue, so I think I'm going to use the teal. That turquoise, yeah. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Yep, perfect. That sealed the deal. Okay, these are the two. This is my base. These are the sides. And here are my handles. So I'm going to do my handles next. And then these are my, I'm going to go ahead and do the zipper placket. I think that's what this is. Yes, it is. Zipper placket. So I'll do that. And then I need 2 D-rings. Why do I need D-rings? Oh, I don't need D-rings. Because, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and make them. Terry is doing, attaching her handles in a new way. So, it doesn't call for D-ring connectors. But I think I'm going to go ahead and make them just in case. And then one of these is my key fob. I forget which one. It's probably this one. Maybe this one. Oh no, this is my slip pocket. This is my slip pocket trim. So I'll put that over there. I could go ahead and prep that. Why don't I go ahead and prep that? Let's do it. Tape on each end. So, just FYI, I am having a vinyl and zipper tape sale right now. So, 20%, I believe. Yep, 20%. You have to spend, I think, $25. But 20% is pretty good off the, it might be 15. I don't remember what I did it, and I did it yesterday. I don't think I'm going to do the connectors. I think we're doing the handles in a different way. However, I'm going to go ahead and prep them like we're doing them. So, let's do it. And it's something that my friend Chris has a new way of doing her connectors. So Terry, I think Terry's done it a couple times. It's nothing fancy. It's just you don't need any D-rings or square rings. So it's less hardware. I think you do have to make your handles a little longer, and I did not do that. So I may have to. I may have to just go ahead and do it the old way. So I need 4 of these. That's why I have a bunch of pieces here. I used some old pieces. Hi, Sharon. Sharon, the house across the street is officially for sale. Well, it's not for sale, but yet they're over there working on it. The renters moved out. Their house must have been finished. So I just said to Tony, not really. I said, that house is for sale now. What do you think? Kidding. Wouldn't that be so fun, though? If I had unlimited funds, I'd do it in a heartbeat. But I do not. I did skive all these pieces as well. Just FYI. We're just hoping we get some nice new neighbors. The people that were renting were absolutely fine, and they were very nice. They had 2 little kids. But they were temporary, you know. Alright, so there's those 2. This is my key fob. The standard key fob that she does. Okay, there's that. I'll go ahead and fold that over. Wouldn't that be fabulous? Somebody who sews bags. Donna. I would love that. I told Terry, you know, she lives in the neighborhood, but she lives, you know, half a mile away. I said, I think you and your hubby need to move over here across the street. She kind of looked at me like I had 12 heads. I don't know why she did. Don't know why I cut this piece. Don't know. All right, let's do the handles. Get that out of the way. So, you mark down the center. Tell the seller that in the contract. That's a good idea. I don't have their seller's contact information. They're very nice, but they've already moved back. They moved it back to New Jersey. And I don't have their contact information. I'm wondering if they'll come back just to check things out. So if they do, I will ask them. Yes, I will. You know, both their jobs were there. They moved down here right after COVID. And they thought it was a great idea. But it just, you know, it made them have to travel more for work. And they just decided it wasn't worth it. And I completely get it. They really, when they lived here, they really weren't here all that often. You need to live by me so you can borrow my skiver. Come on over. Come on over. I mean, whenever Terry, I skived a bunch of stuff for her before she got her own. And then she decided she needed her own. I know. So, I think she needs to get a cylinder arm. The problem is she doesn't have any place to put it. Yet. If she moved over here, she'd have plenty of room. The problem with the house across the street, it's a 2-story. So, I mean, not that Terry can't climb stairs, she can. But, you know, the older you get, the less apt you are to want to have a house that has 2 floors. I know that's the case for me. What's a skiver? A skiver is where you skive the edges. Here, I'll show you on this piece. Whoa. Whoa. Hold, please. Where you skive the edges of the leather to make it thinner. So here's these edges here where my seam is going to be, I skived. So that when I do the seam, it's thinner. So I just skived it down from probably a 3.5 to about a 2 ounce leather. Perfect. But it's a machine that does it for you. It's a beautiful thing. Cindy says, I need to live by you so I can become a better sewer. Cindy, that's very sweet of you to say. Excuse me, but you are a very good sewer. You are already very good. Now, see right here, I didn't skive it enough, which is interesting. I think it'll be fine once I sew it. Yeah. Oh, I just hit my finger. And I didn't say a swear word. I'm pretty proud of myself. That hurt. I don't know why I did that, but I did. It's okay. I'm good. You're hand skiving now, Jessica? I decided I didn't want to do that. Some people do it, and they're just fine with it. I don't think I have the hand strength or arm strength to hand skive. You have to be strong to hand skive, I think. And I guess I'm just a thing. All right. Somebody asked another question. Do you prefer 1/4 or 1/8 inch tape? Izzy, that's a very good question. I would say my preference is 1/4 inch. And here's why. It is much easier to get the tape off 1/4 inch, the backing, the paper taping off 1/4 inch than it is 1/8. However, with that said, there are definitely reasons to use 1/8 inch. And I do use 1/8 inch. But it's sometimes very hard to get the paper off the backing paper off. So these handles, I put a piece of tape down the center so they'll stay where I want them while I sew them together. But that's a very good question. I really prefer, I always have preferred 1/4 inch. And this is actually not Weft and Warp tape. It is Sailrite tape, but I've had it for a very long time, and I decided I better start using it because just like anything, tape goes bad. And I've had it for, gosh, several years. And I decided I better start using it. It doesn't tear. It's the only reason I don't like it. It is very strong. I'm just a little chatty Cathy today, aren't I? I have no idea. You prefer 1/4 inch too, Cindy? I know. It's just a preference. I think there's a ton of people out there that prefer the 1/4 inch. Now you can keep 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch. You can keep 1/4 inch out of your seam allowance. You just have to pay attention. And I think that's a lot of the reason why people use 1/8 inch, because that you can keep it out of your seam and not gunk up your needle. Barb, someone asked what interface you use on the leather. Okay, very good question. Thank you, Dawn. I use Decaville Light for this bag. It honestly depends on what the bag is. Theoretically, you should use something like Selpa, which is a brand name of a leather stabilizer. It's really nice stuff, and I have some. I just usually forget I have it. Or there is something called Leatherboard, and I do have a sample of that. I just have not tried it yet. I got a sample of it from Yellowstone Leathers, and I haven't tried it yet. I need to do that. But you can use, a lot of times I use foam, or, yeah, this isn't going to stay. Let me get some of these. Or fleece. So theoretically, you should use something. I do use Lux Fuse. But Lux Fuse is mostly for me, is mostly for a cotton. So I do. Sure. That one stayed. I don't know why the others didn't stay. Okay. Let me have a sip of coffee, and then we will do some sewing. How about that? I know. Watch my fingers. Okay. There we go. Now, I put my tag on, so let's increase our stitch length back. Danger. And I'm going to get my seam guide today and use it. This is a seam guide I also got from Sailrite. I got it with this lovely machine that I have here. All right, let's do it. Very thick. I didn't sky this enough. I can see it right now. That's okay. It'll be fine. See how easy it is to use that seam guide? Where do you get those wide clips from? Hold on a second. There was a little pucker there. I have no idea. Are you talking about, I don't know where they went. Let me see. These? You talking about these? Hi, Cynthia. These I got on Amazon, and they're in my Amazon store. So Dawn, if you can link my Amazon store, these clips are in there. They come in all colors. They're fabulous. I hate to admit it, but and I do try and support my small business friends. Amazon is so easy to get things from. No, the silver ones on your leather. Oh, you're talking about these? These I got on Amazon too. They're not in my store. These are just hair clips. So the hair clips come in two versions. So these are the skinny ones, and then these are the fat ones. You can buy either one. They're not in my Amazon store, so but I need to add that. Remind me, somebody remind me to put those in my Amazon store. Okay. Let me even this off. Jessica asked a question. Jessica, is your leather long enough for straps? It is. If it is not, how do you solve that? That's a very good question, Jessica. This leather was long enough. This was a quarter, so I just did the long edge. If the leather is not long enough, I just use something else. I do not like having a seam in my straps, so I usually won't do that. I know some people do, but I don't like having a seam in my straps. So I'll use webbing probably. But most of the leathers that I have now are long enough, which is either a good thing or a very bad thing for me. I think you know what I mean. Dawn is exactly right. You could also use what length you have in the leather and use chain extenders. It's a very good thought, Dawn. Yep. I think somebody did that recently. I forget who it was. Yeah, Donna, exactly. All right, let me just make sure these are even. Oh my gosh, they are not. What look at this. What was I thinking? Oh my gosh, that is funny. They are like totally different sizes. It must have been late at night or early in the morning, and I didn't have enough coffee. Or I was tired because this one strap is like 3 inches shorter. No idea. Let's fix it though. That's funny. I'm just going over some of my stitching. Yeah, I'm having a tension issue here for some reason. It's really not coming the way I want it to. Let me see something. It's kind of sticking. No idea. We'll fix it. You guys, I have spent the last 2 days, oh dear. Well, that didn't go well. Organizing my hardware. It had gotten so out of control. My needle is not sticky. It's the thread. I don't know why. This is a different thread, and this is why I don't use it very often, because it let me see. No, that's better. Okay, that's better. I think this thread is actually, if you want to know the truth, I'm trying to remember why I got it. It's outdoor thread. Because I made outdoor cushions in this color. And I'm pretty sure that's why it's outdoor thread. So it's a little thicker. It might be even thicker than Tech 70. Okay. You're working on a trio sling bag and decided to use leather. Yeah. Was I going to Happy Hour by chance? You know, I will say that I am really not a drinker. On a rare occasion, I will have a drink. But it's pretty rare for me to have a drink. I'm just not a drinker. Nothing wrong with people that drink. I just am not a drinker. I never really have been. You know what? Hold on. I didn't go on Do Not Disturb, so let me do that real quick. There we go. Okay. All right, so those are the 2 handles. Now, did I get straps, ends? Oh my gosh, I did. Let me put my strap ends on. Let me see. Oh dear. I'm throwing things in the trash that don't belong in the trash. Hold please. Let me make sure that my strap ends will go through my square rings. I think they will. But you don't want to put strap ends on and then have to take them off. You would not be happy with yourself. You know, when I was working, I probably drank more than I would normally because it was a social thing with clients, you know. Let me see if this is going to work. Oh, yeah. No problem. Okay. I got to turn the fan on. Kind of hot in here. It's 80 degrees out. All right, I don't think I can use this. I'm going to put it right there just in case. So let's put our strap ends on. As painful as that might be for you guys to watch. Strap ends going on. So it's kind of thick down there. Let me see. I hope I'm not waking the puppies. I probably am. There we go. With all my pounding. Oh dear, I should have charged my screwdriver. You're on vacation in South Africa. How cool is that, Sylvia? That sounds like a fabulous time. Yeah, this one isn't. This is the leather, I think, is impeding my screw. Just make a little bigger hole there. How fun is that? Hi, Lori. You going out again? You're going to the grocery, aren't you? Okay. Let's make sure I got this on the same way. Perfect. You're still trying to sew. You failed the first time? You know, it is, honestly, I will say, it took me a couple tries too, Cynthia, to get it the way I wanted. And I have a confession to make. I don't know if Holly is here. I bet she isn't. Holly is the designer of the Barbie leather wallet. And she sent me one in purple in leather. And I just loved it. And I lost it. I couldn't find it anywhere. I just found it the other day. I was so ecstatic. I was jumping for joy. Jumping for joy. You know, when you lose something and then you find it. And I'll tell you something else I just recently lost. Sounds like it happens a lot, but it really doesn't. This is kind of thick down here. There we go. Wait a minute. Ah! Oh dear. More dropping. Somebody just asked, do I ever glue my leather? I do. I do occasionally glue my leather. I don't do it as much as I probably should. But yeah, and I use a variety of glues. I use Aquilium, or I use Aleene's leather and suede glue. It depends on if I'm on, if I have time to let the Aquilium get tacky, because Aquilium takes about 20 to 30 minutes to get tacky before you can use it. Aleene's doesn't. You still have to let it dry, but yeah, I really should have charged my screwdriver. It's okay. Oh, what else did I lose? So, it's a bit embarrassing, honestly. I've been doing, in the last month, I've done a ton of organizing and labeling things, and I lost my little handheld labeler. I couldn't find it anywhere. Tony looked, I looked, every drawer, every shelf, everywhere. Couldn't find it anywhere. I said, I wonder if it got accidentally tossed in the trash and we threw it away by accident. So I just bought another one. They're only $30. They're not terribly expensive, but it's $30 I could have spent on something else. I was cleaning something out yesterday. I found it. It was in a bin up on a high shelf. A little bin that was labeled for baggies or something. I pulled it down off the shelf because I needed some more of the baggies that were in that little bin. There it was. And thankfully, we're still within the 30-day return because I hadn't used the other one at all. I hadn't used it. I returned it. I didn't need it. I mean, I had one. I'm telling you. I hope it's not an age thing. Oh my gosh, I've got the dropsies today too. That's just ridiculous. All right, I'm going to tighten these up. So the story of that is, keep looking. You'll find it before you buy another one. No idea. But I found it, so I got my $30 back. You lost your wedding silverware for about a year. Did you really? Oh my gosh. All right, so those handles are done. Fabulous. All right, this is my key fob. So let's sew up the key fob. And so you found it? Where'd you find it, Sharon? I'm curious. Yeah, I'm good at that, Cynthia, too. Moving things all over the place, reorganizing, and then I can't remember where I put it. I know. It happens. This is the little baby key fob. Key fobs are obviously optional. I kind of like having a key fob in a big tote. But totally not necessary if you don't want to. All right, let's trim this to a 1/2 inch. Just going to do it by hand here. I should have gotten my sharp scissors out, but too late now. Very good. Perfect. Let me burn those little threads. Okay. Putting things in a safe place means never to be found again. Isn't that the truth? Tony did it not too long ago either, as well. He put a key somewhere safe and we couldn't find it for several days. We were about ready to cut the lock off something for the key that he lost, and then he found it. Yep. It's amazing. I don't think it has anything to do with age. I think it's just, you know, it just happens. Okay, let's put a little baby rivet here. Oh, I love the screw-in feet. Make sure, Cindy, are you using glue? Make sure you're using glue. They're my favorite feet too. I completely agree with you. Okay, I'm going to walk over and press this real quick. We shall be right back. There we go. Perfect. All right, so that's done. Let's do let's have a sip of water. You put glue in them. Okay, good. Yep. All right. I'm going to do these D-ring connectors. And cut them to size. Okay. Perfect. They're not D-rings, they're square rings, but my theory is that in this day and age, we have a million little things running around in our head, and little things like that where we left something gets pushed to the back of our brains. Exactly, Dawn. That's exactly correct. Yep. All right, let's make these. I'm going to make these. This one is 3.25. 1, 2, 3, 3.25. 2 of those, and I need 2 more. Let's make them all the same length. Okay. All right, here's my square ring connectors. Perfect. All right. Excuse me. Where did you get that silver pen? Oh, I sell these silver pens on my website. These are the ones from Chris. I just do them resale on my website. Just if you put pen in my website, they're right there. I love them. They're my favorite pen. That's why I'm reselling them, because I want to have plenty of stock if I need it. All right, now let me do the front. I'm doing a pocket, foam pocket or a pocket on both sides of the tote. So we are going to put our lining, and this is going to be the front pocket. It's so pretty. Put these right sides together, and just so you know, in this prep, this lining piece is shorter than the pocket piece. Just FYI. It's supposed to be that way. First time I made this Julie tote, I was like thrown completely off with that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I must have cut it wrong. But no, I didn't. All right, let me check my seam allowance. Hold on. It's the same seam allowance throughout the pattern. Okay. All right, let's do it. This is going to be so pretty. I don't know why this is catching. I'm looking at it. For some reason, it's still... Let me pull it. Is my tension okay? Yeah. All right, let's do those both. Okay. And then we're going to fold those so that the bottom of the lining and that pocket piece match down here, which creates a little bit of a lip up here, which I love. Love. I'll show you here in a second. Thank you, Dawn. How long have we been live, Dawn? Tell me. I said I was only going to do about an hour. We're almost done prepping, though. Yeah. So it creates a little bit of a lip back here, which I really like. And then, before we do that, hold on. We want to top stitch here with that seam allowance on the, I forgot that, on the lining piece. Just top stitch that on the lining with the seam underneath. Let me just do it all in one. About an hour, okay. Oh dear. You guys, I made homemade enchiladas for dinner. I'm so proud of myself. We'll see how they come out. Okay, now you do what I said and pull that down so these match. Hi, Wendy. My friend Wendy. Wendy, what are you sewing today? So, Cindy, if you're going to go buy a pen, I'm having that zipper tape and vinyl sale. Just FYI. That looks so good. All right, now let me see. Oh my gosh, you guys. A man just ran by with no shirt on. He was running. He just ran by. He had pants on, no shirt. I'm just saying. Hi, Kathy. You've been making sourdough bread, Dawn. And Amish bread. Oh my gosh, with onions and leeks. Oh dear, that sounds so good. Oh, Wendy's testing a pattern. Calm down, Barb. I didn't get a good glimpse of him anyway. Disappointing. All right, so these are the pocket pieces, and here's a good example of the leather that I didn't skive. You can see right here, this isn't skived, this is. And then she has you put a piece of Decaville on the top. This doesn't need it because this pocket piece is going down there. Calm down. Oh dear. All right, so let's put this on. Oh my gosh, this vinyl from Sew Yours, this mermaid vinyl. Stunning. Stunning. So most of the time, this is funny because most of the time I only put the pocket on one side of this tote, but I decided this one needed both. Blue is your favorite color. This is, it's just gorgeous with this mermaid. And I have to tell you something funny. I had like 6 rolls. I didn't buy them all at once, but I had 6 rolls of this that I bought from So Yours. And I was really hoarding it. And I was feeling bad. And my friend Terry wanted a roll. And I said, well, she sold out. I looked her right in the eye and I said, she sold out. And she was over here. And she goes into where I keep all my vinyl and she goes, what's all that? I said, you don't want to sell me one of those rolls? And I said, no. But I will. So I did. I didn't want to, but I did. I know. I know. All right, now we are going to put this on here and just sew the sides and the bottom. I'm thinking where I'm going to put a tag. You know what? I gotta top stitch this. What am I thinking, you guys? I'm not thinking. I'm chatting. We got a top stitch right here. Just a pocket. Just a pocket. Terry's will be all prepped perfectly, I can guarantee you. Okay, let's do this one. Fold it out of the way and top stitch. I was going to say something. Now I lost my train of thought. Oh, let me go get a tag. Now, here's a question for you. She did order more of the mermaid. It's funny because I asked her if she was going to get it in any other colorways, and she said no because she didn't like the other colorways. So here's a question. I'm using black matte hardware, but I thought I would use, because you see in here there's a bunch of gold. I think I'm going to use one of my gold tags rather than a black matte tag. Will that look weird if I have black matte hardware everywhere else and a gold tag? Do you think that will look weird? I think it will, but I'm going to do it anyway. Gold, yes, Nancy says. Hi, Nancy. I'm going to put it right here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm going to do gold. Put both options. Okay. I'll go get them. Hold, please. I didn't even get one out, so. Okay. Oop, that's gunmetal. Hold, please. Okay. So here is the black. You do that a lot, Sharon? Yeah. Let me put you down so I can hold it up and you can see it better. Well, I say I'm going to hold it up, but... Oh dear. Very slippery. There we go. I just think the gold pops a little bit more. So there is the gold. And it's going to go right here. Or here is the black. I think either is fine, actually. I'm going to use gold. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. I really have gotten into gold. I love gold hardware. I just love gold hardware. I should have used gold on this, but I didn't. Okay. It really does. Goes with this perfectly. Oh my gosh, that's straight too. It's a miracle. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me cut a piece of lace. Cover that up. Alrighty. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that really just looks so good. Alright, let's sew these on. Just baste them on, actually. Down all three sides. Oh dear. Noisy. All right. So that side is done. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Pocket. One more pocket. And these are really good sized pockets. Gorgy. Isn't it pretty? Oh, I just love it. Donna, I'm actually just going to ignore what your comment is for now. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to ignore it. Lori says, go away, Donna. I would love to watch. I just cannot allow myself. You're going to be at your grandson's pizza party, thankfully. I know. I just can't watch. I just can't do it because I'm just too tempted. And I already have enough leather to last a lifetime. I really do. I mean, unless there's something fancy, fancy, fancy that comes out in the future, I probably won't buy any leather. And here's one reason why I am not going to buy leather for a while. Number one is I have enough leather to last a lifetime. Number two, let me get some water. I am expanding my hardware to silver, nickel. So I just purchased everything in nickel. Now it's going to be probably a couple months before it gets here because I had it shipped by sea just to save on shipping because, you know, shipping is terribly expensive. You had to buy large bookends to hold the leather back on your shelves. Lori. Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's hilarious. That's a good idea though. Tall ones. Yeah. So I did order, I'm expanding into silver hardware. So I ordered everything in silver and some zipper tape and with, you know, silver teeth. And I think 5 or 6 of my main colors. So that outlay, you know, for a couple months, I can't sell it for a couple months because it won't be here. So I can't afford anything else right now. I can't. So I'm not going to watch. I mean, I would love to watch if I could hold myself back just to see what she's doing and, you know, all that. So, I don't know. What are we doing on Sunday? I have to see what I'm doing on Sunday. Yeah. I'm not buying anything, though. All right, there's the two side middle panels. So, let me, what time is it? It's 2:15. I'm thinking about doing a few more things, but I need to go. No peeking at the leather. Donna says she has the same problem. Had to watch and not buy. It is very hard to watch and not buy. Although I will say that I think I've seen most of her stuff. I did order a couple of the drawers that she, it's a pre-order, so I haven't had to pay for them yet. So it's probably about 6 weeks to 2 months away. So I think those were like $14. Now I'll have to pay for shipping when they come in, but I ordered one here and one for over there. They're really nice 2-level drawers, which will be really nice. You ordered that drawer too? Yeah, I ordered 2 of them. Here and there. I didn't order one for the Skyver. I don't need it. Over there. And that one is actually Lori's fault because she got one the first pre-order and she put it up and showed me. And I thought, oh my gosh, I have to have that. Thanks, Lori. But that's a minor thing. The problem with the minor things, they turn into big things the more minor things you buy. Okay, so let me think here. I think what I'll do is I'm going to sew on my zipper overlay. Why don't we do that? If I can find it. What I did with it. Oh dear. Oh, I'm going to add feet too. I got to go get some feet, so I'll do that too. I don't know where my zipper overlay went. I think it's over here. Yes, it is. Okay. So let's mark for our feet. Yes, Nancy, yes, you are correct. So let's put these, I'm just doing my own thing here. I'm not going by the pattern. I don't know what the pattern tells you to do. So we're just doing our own thing here. I'm putting them 1.25 inches in and on both sides. And then I am going to put a center one in. You know, being an enabler is not necessarily a terrible thing. You know, sometimes you're enabling people to buy things that they just fall in love with and they really can use. That's my story. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one right there. Okay. I'm pretty sure I didn't grab any feet. Yep. Okay. I'll punch my holes and then I can do that later. I have my granite over here, so I've got to stand up and grab it. Yellowstone, yes. They're just as nice as they can be. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do some extra pieces of heavy because I'm sure this isn't thick enough. For my feet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, let's cut those. No worries, Dawn. They come first. Okay, there we go. I'll have those on the ready for my feet. And then let's see where we're going to put this. Tony's playing ball in the hallway with the dogs. Can you hear him? That's true, Lori. There are a lot of things we don't buy. That is very true. Very true. All right, where's this supposed to go? Let me just see if there's a place she has it. Let me get to the lining. she has you put it. Okay. Down from the center. Oh my gosh, I didn't mark my center. I do this all the time. I take my tape off and I forget to mark my center. Barbie, do not read this. Val has 7, 8, and 9-inch zipper die cuts. I saw that. I saw that, but they're wood. And I prefer the acrylic. So I was not tempted. But thanks for helping, Donna. Yeah. Yeah, I have a 4-ton press, and the wood just would not do well with the 4-ton. So I already have some anyway. I don't really need any more. Thank goodness. I got them from my friend in Hong Kong, Ken. Okay. Now, I feel like that didn't stay where it was supposed to. Oh, it did. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to sew that around that, and then we're going to be done. What does Dawn say? Next time in Tandy, please video what you bypass. They are a great price. So if you have a press that you can use wood dies, I would get them from her because that's a really good price. Okay, here we go. And they are a lifesaver. You have to have a press. But if you're going to do a lot of bag making, you're going to want to press anyway. You can do them by hand. I don't recommend it, but you can. You can cut them by hand with the die, is what I mean. Pound it. I don't know how much those presses are on Amazon. Are they $200 or $300? I don't remember. I'm going to pull that to the back. And stop where I started. Hold on to those threads. Pull it to the back. Time off. I haven't tried cotting leather with my Scan and Cut either, Donna. I'm a chicken. I need to try it. Patricia says she does it all the time. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Yeah, a $25 for a zipper overlay press, die, wood die, is pretty good. I wouldn't hesitate if I needed them. I didn't take the tape off of that. How funny is that? Barb. Okay. There we go. Oh my gosh, look how good that looks on that vinyl. I just love it. I feel like my upper tension needs help. There we go. Okay. All right, so oh, Wendy, that's funny. You don't want anything you have to pay feed or vet bills. That's funny. I like that, actually. All right, I think that's all I'm going to do today. I don't even know what this piece is. I'm going to have to go figure that. Oh, it's my zipper pocket piece. Yeah, it goes right there. How about that? This is my slip pocket. There's my slip pocket overlay. Okay, that's it. So zipper tape and vinyl sale, 20% off on my website. It ends on Sunday night. Please, if you can, and if you need something, go get it. I appreciate it. Make sure you do a thumbs up. It's right to the right of Jeannie's designs. That really makes a difference for us YouTubers. And then come join Terry and I on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. She's going to be here with me in the studio, sewing up this Julie. I don't remember what fabric she's going to use, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty. Thank you, Nancy. Thanks for being here, guys. I really appreciate you. Have a good afternoon and evening, and I'm going to go heat up the enchiladas. See how I did. We'll see. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.